All right. We're up here. Hey, Oscar, what's going on? Ellie, what's going on? You guys are out there, TikTok land. Let me know where you guys are from. Obviously, send in some questions. I'll take as many as I can get to today. And while you are here, I would appreciate likes. See, like I'm doing. Like. Let's get some likes. We always like to see these things go up a little bit higher. I'm flying solo today. No Frankie today, so just me. Okay, well, I'm not going to have the board op, the help here, but we'll make it through this together, all right? Mom's in the house. Nice to see you. Awesome. All right. Maria, Wisconsin. That's awesome. So I am in Dallas, you can see. So we're located in Texas. So we have several offices in Texas. I'm currently in the Dallas office, our Dallas office. Texas in the house. Awesome. But we do consultations all over the United States. So if you guys are out there and you need help, obviously give us a call. It's 833-733-7878. It's in our bio there on TikTok. You can find us. You can also go to attlaw.com, set your appointment there. But if you call that number, they'll be happy to set the consultation for you. All right. It's a free consultation. We'll meet, we'll discuss your case, whether you're in immigration court or needing help with the residency process or anything in between. We're obviously here to help. All right. New Jersey in the house. Good to see. Got some follows already. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the likes. Those are going up. We always set a soft goal on these things that we like to get to 20,000 likes. Let's see if that happens. All right. I'll give you the number one more time, but you can also find it in the TikTok bio. So if you, I don't like you guys exiting out of the live, but if you exit out of the live, you can find it at the top there, 833-733-7878. All right, no worries. Okay. Thanks for the likes. Let's keep that going. Yeah, I see a bunch of you have questions that you want to ask. Go ahead and just throw them out. I try to get to as many of these as I can. When we get more and more people on these lives, questions start coming fast and furious. I answer as many as I can get to in this time. But I'll do my best to get to your question. If I'm not answering, if I can't get to your question, or if I just didn't see it, don't get offended or anything like that. But you can, get a free consultation. That's what they're for, right? You can ask it in a one-on-one setting. So if you're not in Texas and you're not coming to one of our offices, and you want to do a virtual consultation or a phone consult, those are also free of charge. We'll talk to you. We'll go over your case individually. We'll let you know if you have something we can do. If not, we'll let you know why. Okay. Carla, when will we hear about DACA? I'm anxiously waiting. Yeah, I know you and a lot of our clients, a lot of people that we know, even some of our employees, are anxiously waiting a DACA decision. So we don't really know when the decision is going to come down. We do know that it is, it's in the federal courts. Obviously, there's an injunction. It's back in front of the same federal judge here in Texas that's kind of been hostile to that program in the past. So I'm trying to mute the hopes a little bit. We've been hopeful that Congress would come together and just take this out of the court's hands and put something together. That obviously hasn't happened. But maybe if there's a court decision, that'll be a catalyst, because I don't think anybody on either side wants to see anything negative happen to the Dreamers. Hey, Lucas, how are you? Saying hi. Are interviews really being waived? That's a good question. So you're talking about adjustment of status interviews. So when you have a U.S. citizen spouse petitioning for their spouse that came with a visa and they're adjusting for status, they generally, or they used to historically, they'd call you at the end of your process. They'd call you in for an interview, and they would interview both spouses, kind of to see if that marriage was legit. And what you've heard is true. Yes, they are starting to waive those interviews. A lot of our clients' interviews have been waived. Actually in a pretty good mood, because right over here on my desk, just got dropped off in today's mail. We got 5 green cards for our clients. So if you're out there waiting on a green card and you're one of our clients, check your email, check your phone. We got your green cards. But yeah, absolutely. So hopefully if you're in the process there, same thing will happen for you soon. Good luck to you, okay? Thanks for the likes. We're up at 1.3. We got a lot of people jumping on. If you guys haven't followed us already, obviously do that if you'd like us. We also appreciate that as well. All right. Would a reckless and speeding driving speeding driving ticket affect my visa application? So it depends on what type of visa application you're talking about. Generally, like traffic tickets and things like that, no. But if you're talking more in the line of reckless endangerment or something like that, maybe. But it does depend on what type of a visa you are talking about, okay? All right. So if you guys are just jumping on here, we always like to see the likes continuing to go. We always set a soft goal to try to get these things at least 20,000 likes. I think that's good. John, yeah, I-130 is taking way too long. Answers, please. I don't have answers for you. I wish they weren't taking so long, but we're seeing I-130s and things like adjustments of status take around 12 months. In fact, the 5 green cards that I just got sent on my desk in today's mail, which is common, not bragging, but that's common. Those took roughly about 12 months each. So that's what it is. Everything's slowing down since the pandemic. It's just a backlog that they're working through. It's a bottleneck that they're trying to get through everything. All right. So yeah, I just appreciate the follows. But yeah, if you guys have a question, just ask it. You don't have to, don't preface it by saying you want to ask a question. Just ask it. I appreciate it, but these things are flying by fast and furious. So, okay. Danny Nasser, how long does it take to reopen a removal order from 2014 with an I-130 approval? So yeah, if you have an order of removal, so there's several different types. So let's say you have a order of removal in absentia, like you didn't go to court, and now you have like an I-130. You're most likely going about filing a motion to reopen your case. So it depends on the judge. Obviously, it's not a guarantee that it's going to be. There's not a guarantee that it's going to be reopened. That's a judicial decision. So just because you have an approved I-130, it's not a guarantee that gets reopened. But in terms of processing times, it really just depends on how that judge operates, how quickly. Some of them will get that decision really quick. Some of them will take 6 months. So it just really depends. It's hard for me to answer that question, just not knowing. I'm not familiar with Gil Amaret, Judge Jeremy Butler of San Francisco. I don't know who that is. Sorry. Consultations are free of charge. Consulta gratis. Just give us a call, okay, if you need help. Judith, I don't know if I have your green card on my desk. Sorry. I maybe. But I know that we've sent out emails on the ones that we got in today. So check your inbox. If you're one of them, congratulations to you. If not, I'm sure it's on its way. Do immigration law firms hire legal assistants? I'm thinking about going that route and be a paralegal. So yeah, I mean, obviously, depending on the size of the firm, they have room for paralegals, legal assistants. I mean, we certainly do. We have amazing legal assistants and paralegals here. I mean, the firm depends on them. So we have quite a few that are amazing paralegals. But yeah, anything you want to do. I mean, obviously, you just need to get your foot in the door and start learning the law, start learning the processes. Hopefully, you're able to join a good place that will be able to show you those things. All right. Florida in the house. Good to see you. Nice. Hopefully you guys are getting better weather than us. Ours has been a little dodgy. I don't know if you can't see it because it's kind of dark, but we got dark clouds. Looks like we got some more bad weather on the way. I think the next few days here are going to get a little dicey. It's raining in Florida. I feel like it always rains in Florida, just a little bit. I used to live there for a while. I lived in South Florida. Yeah, definitely. All right, so Gwen Peterson in the house. What's going on? All right. Can my husband be deported for a DWI if he is at ICE detention center but has a waiver approved? Yeah, absolutely. So he can be. I mean, anything short of being an actual U.S. citizen, you are subject to the immigration laws in the country, including even if you're a legal permanent resident. So we do represent some people with an actual green card that are in immigration court facing deportation for something. So anything up till then. So, I mean, they're allowed to put you into immigration court. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. I mean, if he has a waiver already approved, that means, he potentially has some good things he can file in immigration court that are different. So you just gotta be able to understand the differences of being in immigration court and outside. So previously you had some process going through USCIS. Now you'll have a process with EOIR. Good luck to you, though. I mean, everything's, everybody's case is a little bit different, all right? Speak Spanish. Entiendo. Speaking it, though, poquito. Hard for me to speak it back. But I understand it all, for sure. I mean, I understand Spanish very well. It's just the speaking part back. Hard for me to do. I try, though. Probably sound like a child's trying to speak Spanish. So Gwen, do we do divorce? So we have in the past. So we have done family law past. We do handle some family law, but at the moment we're so full with immigration, we're just taking family law cases involving essentially immigrant children. So we do that right now. We're not actively handling divorce cases at the moment. Not to say that won't change. We really do are getting very full with immigration court, people facing deportation, people seeking residency in the country, and right now we're kind of laser focused on those things. All right. All right, if you guys are just jumping on here, if you guys can give us some likes, we appreciate that. If you have not followed us already, we appreciate it. Obviously, you guys see me out there, Attorney Andrew Thomas, but this is a law firm. I'm just the guy out here talking. Thanks for all the likes. This is a law firm, from the top all the way down. Amazing group of people that work here, from the attorneys to the legal assistants to the paralegals to the receptionists to the office clerks to the finance department. I mean, amazing group of people that work here. And, this is kind of a team effort. So I'm just kind of out here in front of you guys. All right. So let's go here. Any news on DACA? So, I kind of answered this a little bit earlier. So right now, DACA is still under a federal injunction. It's they're only taking renewals of existing DACA applications. They're not taking new DACA applications. And we'll see where that goes. So it's right now in front of the same federal judge who has been hostile to that program. So I'm not necessarily optimistic that he's going to make a good ruling, but it's probably not going to be the end of it, even when he does. Still hoping that Congress sometime comes together and puts something permanent in place, because to me it's crazy that it's still like this. Okay. USCIS asked my wife for a medical exam. What happens after? Yeah, so that's typical. So if you're going through an adjustment of status, you are required to submit a medical exam at some point, and you don't want to submit it too early because it does expire. So if they're asking for that medical exam and you've submitted everything else, you're getting towards the end of your process. So that's probably a good sign. So you make sure you get it submitted by the deadline they gave you. And good luck to you. I hope you get good news afterwards. Andy, how long does a FOIA take? So a FOIA is a Freedom of Information Act request. Obviously, that's how you can request any documents from the government, whether it's immigration, criminal, or whatever. You're submitting these FOIA. That's the process they have in place. They're all different because they go to different places. So FOIAs are specific on where you're sending them. So, for instance, if you're submitting for records from the FBI, you can get those in 20 minutes through a fingerprint search. We do them right here in our office. 20 minutes, you can get them back. Sometimes it takes a little longer. Other ones, when you're submitting it for, say, USCIS and you want to get old petitions, that could take 6 months to get them back. So it really just depends on where you are submitting these to and how backed up they are. All right. If I'm in a different state, how do we go about signing forms, wet signature? So I guess you mean like you got to do an original signature, not an electronic. I'm not sure if you're a client of ours or not, but if so, and it has to be an original signature, this would be a confidential FedEx right to your door that you would have a return envelope and you'd send it right back to us. So other than that, I'm not sure what the question is. Why are 601As taking so long? Got to have faith. All right, so that's a good question. So they're backed up on 601As just like they are everything else, and they're taking 24 to 36 months. Now, why? This is because they are subjective in nature, right? So if you talk about an I-130, that's almost like a fact-based thing, and it's, hey, I'm a U.S. citizen, I'm married, here's my marriage certificate, here's my spouse. You can prove those things, you'll essentially get an approval, right? A waiver, you're having to prove up that there is a hardship, and that a hardship is a subjective standard. That is an immigration officer looking through everything you're submitting and making that determination, and they can't make it that fast. And typically a waiver like a 601A or something like that is much larger in document size and everything else than say an I-130 is. Apologize for my voice. I'm having some kind of a sinus issue. I've been killing vitamin D, vitamin C, and zinc. Get it cleared up here, but still dealing with it. For sure. Anyways, we'll keep the likes going. What do we got? 7,000 now. We always like to get these things up to 20,000 at least. Yesterday we had almost 30. I think we can get up there. All right. So Glam Steph. Adjustment of status after an advanced parole through a DACA. Any pointers? No, so that's a route that a lot of people have taken. So if you've done the advanced parole and you've traveled outside the United States and back in, now you have a legal entry. And now you have an immediate visa relative, say a U.S. citizen husband or spouse. Then you're able to do that adjustment of status. You just have to obviously attach proof of that advanced parole that was granted, and then obviously proof of the stamp on your passport or anything else you use to get back in. All right. Thanks for the follows. Appreciate it. Thanks for the likes that are coming in. We like to see the likes continue. Carlos Velasquez, I missed court. Do I have a warrant? So since this is sort of an immigration, live, I guess it is. They don't have things called warrants. It's not like that, but you most likely do have an order of removal, what they call in absentia. So in your absence, they probably signed the deportation order. They don't submit that as a bench warrant or a warrant to, say, in a state court where like they'll send it to the sheriff's office and they're out looking for you. It doesn't necessarily work that way. What I'll tell you is, practically speaking, Department of Homeland Security and ICE, the resources are rather limited, and they're not typically out there looking for people who missed court. They just don't have the resources to do that. However, if you do get pulled over for, say, a speeding ticket or something, you come into the system, they might find that, and then they might give a call to Department of Homeland Security at that point. But most likely, they're not out there just looking for you. Isela Romero, you sent a message on Instagram. I didn't hear back. So sorry to hear that. Just resend it. I know Frankie isn't in right now, but if you get on there and make sure you follow us on Instagram, but if you do, it's a good place to direct message us. I'm looking at those occasionally. I'm not on social media that much, although you see me here. I have my hands full with other things. I try to stay off social media for the most part, as ironic as that might sound, but I do try to stay off social media a lot. But we do have a team. Frankie looks at it. I look at it sometimes. And we try to respond to all of them. But if we didn't get to yours, just resubmit it. All right? All right. Can you combine your spouse income on your taxes so that you meet the I-864? So technically your petitioner is your sponsor. And so they're not going to take into account the income level of the actual immigrant. So it's just going to be the portion of the finances that are being supplied by the petitioner. Okay, so if they don't make up to the minimal amount that they need to, then you're going to have to get a co-sponsor for that. I do not have contacts with Rockstar Games. Not sure what that is. All right. Fernanda, if DACA expires during fixing my papers, does it affect? So no, I mean, DACA is a completely separate thing than actually applying for residency. Although what I will tell you is don't let it expire. Just renew it, because if you do let it expire and it goes too long, then you're not going to be able to renew DACA. They're not taking new DACA applications. So if you wait too long, they're going to treat that as a new DACA application. And if they do that, they're going to reject your filing, and then you're going to be without your temporary status. So keep DACA while you're going until you get that green card. Keep your DACA. I know it's kind of a pain, but trust me, you just never know what's going to happen in the residency process. All right. I'm under DACA, but married to a U.S. citizen for 7 years and don't know where to start for citizenship. Yeah. So, I mean, your first step is going to be seeking residency, not citizenship. Okay. So if you have DACA, your first step is going to be to have your spouse petition for you for residency. It just depends on your background as to what route you need to go. But you do have a qualifying relative there that can help you. So it might be a number of different paths you got to take depending on your background. I would definitely seek out a consultation. If you guys do need a consultation from me or one of the senior attorneys at the firm, give us a call, 833-733-6999. 833-7878. Again, 833-733-7878. I would have Frankie ping that out right now, but he's off today, working on his social media. He's got killer following, but it's also in our TikTok bio. So if you go to our TikTok bio while you're there, follow us, obviously. But it's there, and you can call that number anytime. They'll set you for a phone consultation if you're not near one of our offices and you can't come to our office to actually see us in person. We do phone and virtual consults for people all over the United States. We'll be happy to talk to you. Consulta gratis, so it's free for everybody. Just give a call, and we'll get you in. Okay. So wherever you may be in the U.S., we're taking cases. Las Vegas, I have clients in Las Vegas, quite a few of them actually. All right, we are located in Texas. Hard for you guys to tell from. I don't really have the accent going as much today because of my a little bit of my sinus issue I got going. Although I think I'm on the road to recovery. I've been killing zinc, vitamin C, vitamin D. Here's a little PSA to everybody out there: take your vitamin D. Very important. I've been ringing that bell for a while, but that's probably the most important supplement you can take if you're worried about COVID or anything like that. Vitamin D was honestly much more effective than any vaccine out there. All right. Thanks for the follows. Yeah. So if you need to contact us again, you can go to attlaw.com. You can see our website there, or you can reach out directly through our number that's there on TikTok. In the little bio. If you exit out of the live and see our bio, obviously give us a follow, but it's 833-733-7878. All right. I got the number posted right, or Frankie put a little posting right above this stand that this thing is on, because he knows I'm not going to necessarily remember that number all the time. Appreciate it, Flixio. In Texas. So right now in Texas, right now I'm in Dallas, Texas. I don't know if you guys can see the skyline a little bit. This is my office here in Dallas. There's a little Reunion Tower, the ball right there. And there's the big building right there that lights up green at night if you've ever seen the skyline pictures. But we're in Dallas, but we have an amazing office in downtown Houston as well. Similar idea. Just picture the Houston skyline behind me. So wherever you guys may be. All right. So we'll keep going. Do we do appeals? So yeah, I mean, we do appeals. I would say mostly appeals we're handling are for clients that we've actually handled their initial process and something didn't work, and then we handle the appeal afterwards. And most of the time that's for like immigration court and things like that. If we have a basis for the appeal, which a lot of times we do, we will file those things. We have quite a few active appeals out there. All right. We've got quite a few jumping in here. Let's see. Why are most cases taking forever? Yeah, so things have just slowed down quite a bit since the pandemic. It was already getting a little bottlenecked in the system, but then when the pandemic happened, USCIS just stopped processing petitions. They essentially just shut their offices and didn't open them for almost a year. Petitions continued to be filed, so they were just getting backed up. And then eventually when they did come back and picked up on processing, they just picked up where they left off. So there's like almost a 12-month gap in processing any petitions. All right. So we got the likes they're coming in here, but let's get them up there. Do I speak Spanish? Poquito. Entiendo, though. Are adult children still able to petition parents? Yes. So they are. If you're a U.S. citizen, 21 years or older, you can petition for your parents. Now, this is what I tell everybody out there. It doesn't mean you're going to be able to get them to residency. And this is what stops a lot of people. If your parents entered without a visa and they have a 10-year immigration bar, you cannot help your parents with the waiver, a perdón. So your parents would have to go live outside the country for 10 years, which is very unrealistic. Those waivers can only be filed through a spouse with status or a parent with status. It cannot be filed through a child with a U.S. citizen child. And so that stops a lot of people. But if your parents enter with a visa, say, then absolutely you can help them file an adjustment of status here to get residency. All right. Yeah, I got a scar right there. Old injury. from a time long ago. All right, so shed some light on the asylum. Some lawyers not recommending advanced parole. Those are two different questions you're asking there. So we have asylum, which is something that when people enter the United States, whether they're in court or not, they do have the ability to file an asylum claim if they're facing persecution from where they came from, based on some protected grounds. Okay. Generally, you're going to want to file that within 365 days of entry or 365 days from the last threat you are facing. Okay. That's asylum. Advanced parole is a completely separate thing. That's when you have some kind of temporary status, TPS, DACA, something like that. Advanced parole is like a travel permission. So you're applying for a reason why you want to travel outside the country and then re-enter. This is a cool crew. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Get some nice compliments here. It makes me feel good. It's been you can't tell, but my voice changed a little bit because of my sinus issues a little bit, but crushing the vitamin D and C and zinc and getting it better. All right, thanks for the follows. Absolutely. So if you guys are jumping on here, obviously we like to see the likes go up so it spreads out the live a little bit more. And if you are here and you want to give us a follow, we'd appreciate that too. Yeah, Flixio, the tie is a little loose, and I'll tell you why. It's because I got, right now I'm just trying to take the pressure off. Still wearing a tie, I'm still out here. I was about to lose the tie before this thing anyways. Thanks for the likes. Appreciate it. If you are, Chip Turka, if you are single, can you apply for DACA advanced parole? Yeah, of course. I mean, marital status has nothing to do with DACA. Marital status has nothing to do with advanced parole. Okay. Advanced parole has to do, you got to have a reason why you're traveling. It's got to be on some reason, and you got to provide evidence for that. But your marital status does not come into the play there. What can I do to make my U visa case move a bit faster? Yeah, nothing. I mean, unfortunately, because U visas are taking 5 to 7 years. Now, they are starting to let people get work permits before those 5 to 7 years. So you want to make sure you're applying under the right category for your work permit, but it's a 5 to 7 year processing time. And the reason for that is there's a statutory cap on U visas. So they can only grant 10,000 of them in the US per year. And that's it. So once they grant 10,000 for 2023, no more grants until 2024. And so we're seeing that backup be about 5 to 7 years to get there. All right. Thanks for the follows, guys. I appreciate it. Have we worked on a T visa case? Yes, absolutely. Trafficking visas, generally a pretty sad set of facts, but we've worked on many T visa cases, many S visa cases, a lot of U visa cases, obviously. Can you file for citizenship residency under asylum with a drug felony? So yeah, probably not. So what I'll tell you when you're talking about immigration, all right? So there's obviously a lot of things that can prevent you from seeking residency or citizenship, but there's two main ones that they always look at. Texas, here we go. There's two main ones, all right, when you're talking about this. Drugs, possession of a controlled substance or something, or trafficking of people, smuggling people into the United States. Those two things are going to kill your immigration applications. I mean, there's obviously other ones that can do it too, but those two mainly. And when you're talking drugs, the only thing that you can possibly get away with is if you have maybe one arrest or a conviction for a personal amount of marijuana. That's it. Anything other than that, any controlled substance, it's going to be a killer. All right. All right. Thanks for the follows. Appreciate it. Me and my sister are currently in the military, but my mother has a 10-year bar. Can us serving help her? Yes, most likely that you can. You can help her. Obviously I don't know all of your facts, so I'd want to ask some follow-up questions in a consultation, but most likely you can help her by filing a military parole in place, given your service, which thank you for your service and your sisters as well. But through that, you can absolutely help mom, at least with the military parole in place part. And that can get her a deferred action. That can get her a work permit. And so that's great. Now, whether or not you can then move her to residency, we'd have to know a little bit more about her background and her immigration history. But you can at least probably help her with that deferred action and work permit. All right. Thanks for the likes. Let's keep them going. Let's keep the follows going too. I appreciate everybody jumping on. Got a good crew today. I'm trying to get to as many of your questions. If I haven't answered them yet, feel free to spam it. Dania in the house. Nice to see you. Appreciate it. How to immigrate as British. Yeah, so it's the same process regardless of where you're from. Now, your processing times might be a little bit different, but it's the same process. If you're talking about, family-based means, it has to be a close family member that's going to petition for you. All right? All right. So look, everybody out there, I'll reset here really quick. If you guys need a consultation from us, there's two ways to do it. Obviously, you can come to one of our offices here in Texas, or if you are not near one of our offices and you want to do a phone or virtual consult, virtual meaning, like a Zoom, a Teams, or, some kind of video consult, which we do, just call the number 833-733-7878. Call that number. I keep looking up here because I got to remember it. Call that number. You can set your free consultation with us, and you'll meet directly with one of us, me, one of the other senior attorneys. You'll see us. We'll go through your case. If you do set a consultation with us, what I recommend is have your paperwork ready. So if you filed something previously with immigration, have it there with you. If you're in immigration court, have it there with you. It makes the consultations much more efficient, and we don't have to do the guessing game, and we can move right to the heart of the matter, and we can give you the answers you're looking for, I'm sure. So we're not going to be dishonest or lie to you at all. We're going to tell you exactly hey, if you have a case or if you don't have a case. So if you don't have a case, we'll tell you why. All right. We'll just say, hey, look, we can't help you because of the laws. And this is what's stopping your progress and whether there's a way around it or not. Okay. Yeah. If you guys need to know where locations are, or you want to see us, you can go to ATTlaw.com, ATTlaw.com. And, you can look us up, look up some information. We have some of our attorneys. Most of the attorneys you see on there are the ones that appear in immigration court so that, our clients can recognize all of them. But that's just a fraction of our team. We have a very large team here, from the receptionists who do an amazing job to the call center reps who do an amazing job to the paralegals and legal assistants in all of our offices. The attorneys here are an incredible team. So you guys see me all the time. It's not just me working on these things. I can't do it all myself. Trust me. And there's no way. But, we take our job seriously and take it with a passion for sure. So I'm doing my part. I'm here answering questions from you guys. So Annette, you're sweet. Appreciate it. Hey, look, we're over 20,000 likes. It's awesome. Always like to see you getting over 20,000 likes. I think yesterday we almost got 25,000. I think we can do better with today's crew. You guys are awesome out there. Looks like you guys are people all over the place. All right. How can you contact us? So you can contact us by calling our number 833-733-7878. If you didn't write that down, that's okay. Just jump back and look at our TikTok bio. You'll see it right there. Okay. And while you're there, give us a follow. Hey, Brazil in the house. Nice to see you. I've been to Brazil. Love it. I've been to Cabo Frio, Arraial do Cabo, Rio. Beautiful country. Not sure where in Brazil you guys are from, but hey, South America in the house. Nice. Iceland. All right. I think that might be the first person from Iceland that at least told me they were from there. Just jumping on here. I love TikTok. So TikTok obviously gets out all over the world, and it's good to see you guys joining in here. So when we go live on say Instagram or Facebook, it's more isolated to Texas, but TikTok's a pretty amazing app. Quebec, Canada. Awesome. I'm locked into the NHL playoffs too, mostly the Dallas Stars. So thank you, Sherry. Appreciate it. Jamaica. Awesome. Guys are all over the place. This is great. Good to see you guys. Dominica. Dania from Dominica. Awesome. Giant. Yeah, I do look like a giant a little bit, don't I? I got standing like King Kong up here. King Kong ain't got nothing on me. Right. India, awesome. Chile, in the house. We got people from all over the world joining us. There's Fiji, there's Guyana. Awesome. I got to get to Fiji. That's on my bucket list. Got to see it. Brazil in the house. I love Brazil. Been there. Great place. Zimbabwe. Awesome. Toronto. Go Leafs. Yeah. NHL playoffs going strong, right? I'm a Dallas Stars fan, obviously, here in Dallas. So we got a big game against Minnesota coming up. Switzerland. Awesome. In Norway. Is Australia in the house too? Awesome. Honduras. Very good. Bolivia. Good to see you guys. I hope you guys aren't just making these up to make me just call out a bunch of countries. Mexico and Uganda. Nice. Venezuela. Cool. Ethiopia. South Africa. Guinea. Cool. All right. Let's answer some more of your questions. Grapevine, Texas. Awesome. That's just right down the road from us. Hey, Minnesota. There you go. Sorry, we're playing you guys in the playoffs, right? We're the former Minnesota North Stars, but now we're the Dallas Stars. And you guys got the Wild. Great team, though. How long does it take to sponsor a sibling? So if you're talking about it like an I-130, those are the lowest priority. It's an F4 category. So you can look on the Visa Bulletin, and you can see, but depending on what country you're from. So if let's say it's from Mexico, it's going to take you 20 plus years to get all the way through the end of the process. So very long time. Right. So those are notoriously long processes. Brazil. Awesome. Got a lot of people from Brazil joining us. I've been to Brazil, Cabo Frio, Rio, Arraial do Cabo. All right. Hello, my husband petitioned for me in 2019. How long does it take? My case is with me. Okay, well, great. So it depends on what kind of a process you have. So petitioning for a spouse can take a while depending on what exact way you're going through it. So people that were petitioning and putting in petitions in say 2019, 2020 into early 2021, they got in that COVID mix and it's just taking much longer. So it really depends on which exact petition we have at this point. Okay. All right. Can I file for my husband if he is assault 2 in Nebraska and a pending warrant in Colorado for assault 1? Yeah, so yes, you can petition for him. I don't know if he's going to get all the way into the process. What you guys really need to do is take care of those warrants, though. But I would highly recommend, if you haven't put in at least the first immigration petition for him, I would put that in, because if he gets arrested or detained with that warrant, ICE is probably going to get called and they're probably going to put an ICE hold on him and maybe even a detention. And so things like an I-130 or something like that filed, that can really be beneficial, especially if he goes into immigration court. Thanks for the likes. Let's keep it going. Houston in the house. Nice, Kimberly. We got a great office there in Houston. I'll be there next week. So good to see you. If you guys are there, Houston or anywhere out into, or really the world, and you guys need a consultation, give us a call. We do obviously in-person consults. They're all free. We also do free consultations over the phone, 833-733-7878, 833-733-7878. All right. Thanks for the follows. If you guys have not followed us yet, please do so that you get notified when these lives are. I'm starting to do them more in the afternoons. It just seems when my days, I have a minute for this type of a thing. It's hard for me to give you an exact schedule on it, though. It's kind of when I can just jump on it. For sure. What's the fastest service center? So, that's a good question. It kind of depends on what type of a process you're going to file. You can actually find that out yourself, though. If you go to USCIS's website and you put in whatever type of petition you're going to file, you can pick the service center and it'll give you their estimated wait times. All right. So if you do those things, you'll be able to determine what's fastest. But you have to, depending on where you live, you have to file in a certain one, though. It's not forum shopping. You can't choose which one to do. All right. Say the number again. All right. So look, I'll say it again, but you guys can go to our bio and TikTok. All right. If you go to the bio, it'll tell you. You can go to attlaw.com also and find it there. But here it is. All right. Ready? Got your pencils, got your pens. Here we go. 833-733-7878. One more time. 833-733-7878. Boom. Give them a call. Slilma and the team's down there ready for your calls. They're gonna answer it and get you set up. Or get you guys hooked up. Can I become a citizen after being convicted on 3 DUIs? It's possible. So it depends. Okay. So obviously a DUI is a state criminal charge, and it's going to depend on when they happened and what state and what they were charged as and what their dispositions are. Okay. But you're definitely going to want to have at least a 5-year window before you're filing that N-400 of being, no arrests, being clean, because they're definitely looking at the last 5 years. So it's possible. I would go to a consultation with an experienced attorney and find out if you can. Okay. Nikki, how can you expedite your case? I filed the I-130 almost 2 years ago. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are waiting even longer than 2 years. You filed it right in that pandemic mix. And so a lot of people are kind of stuck there, and they're starting to work through that bottleneck, but there's not anything you can do to expedite it, unfortunately. A lot of our clients are in that same position. And not something I like, but there's not much you can do about it either. We are not in Tennessee, so we are in Texas, but we do consultations all over the United States. So if you guys want to talk to us about if you're in immigration court and you're facing immigration court and you did need some assistance, that's our jam. We also do obviously USCIS. So we do people seeking residency in the United States, people seeking permissions to work, and then those kind of things. That's what we handle. So if you guys need our help, we work with people all over the US. It's very easy to work with us. We have a secure client portal where we can trade messages and documents. You can upload documents that we can see right away. Again, secure. So it maintains attorney-client confidentiality. All right. Can you apply for the N-400 before the I-751? So just timing wise, the answer would be no, because an I-751 would be petition to remove conditions on your conditional residency, which is only a 2-year process. So you're going to have to at least file that. And so even if you can file the N-400 after 3 years, that conditional residency is only good for 2 years. So you would have to file that I-751 first. I think Annette, you got the lines going. Those are funny. I haven't heard those. Just yes. Do you think they'll pass a new law in Florida? What new law are you talking about? Sorry, maybe I'm out of the loop on some of the news. I don't follow. I try not to follow politics all that much. I know some things are going on in Florida. Let's keep the likes going. We can get it. What are we at? 25,000. We can get this easy up to 30,000. So located, where are we? So we are in Texas. I'm right now in our downtown Dallas office. If you guys are familiar with Dallas at all, there you go. I'm going to try to point here. There's Reunion Tower, the ball in downtown, right? That's the big green building, this one right here that lights up green at night. If you've seen any of the pictures of the skyline, there it is. This is what I see when I work in our Dallas office. We have a downtown Houston office, similar idea. Just picture the Houston background behind you, and there you go. All right. But we work with people all over the U.S. So if you guys need our help, give us a call. We're here to help. All right. A lot of good questions out here. We do take cases outside of Texas, Rose. Absolutely. I have clients all over the U.S. I can't say in every state because probably not true, but I would say in a lot of states we do have clients. And we make it easy to work with us for sure. All right. There we go. Getting some likes going. Appreciate it. Hi, how are you? Hey, just yes, Senate Bill 17.8. I don't know. Just put out what kind of a law it is, and I'll let you know what I think about it. Rosaline, how are you? Man, earlier we had people coming in here and just telling us what country they're from. We went through a list of them. I probably rattled off 20 different countries out here. Iceland, Guinea, Brazil, Venezuela, Mexico, Honduras, South Africa, UK. Good crew we got going on. Jamaica. Coming to the USA for training. It's awesome. Brazil in the house. There we go. Nigeria. Look at that. Jamaica. Awesome. That's right, Flixio. I'm defending Texas, not taxes, though. I would never defend taxes. Taxation is theft. So do we take cases for reentry? So it just really depends on what exactly you're talking about. Okay. Annette, you're making me crack up. Funny. Or even if you get an undocumented person a ride. So yeah, so you're talking about something I touched on earlier. There's a couple of different things that immigration is just, it's a no-go. So if you have, a drug conviction, anything beyond a personal amount of marijuana, any controlled substance or anything like that, or any kind of smuggling or people trafficking, those are going to kill your immigration applications. Can you apply for asylum if you're forced into a marriage? You could. It depends on the circumstances, obviously. You got to show that there was persecution there and you were persecuted on some protected ground. It's right there on the form. You can look at it. If you do want to file for asylum, highly recommended that you do that within 1 year of entering the United States. If you don't do it within a year, at least within 1 year of the last threat or whatever happened to you. If not, there's still some other things you can potentially apply for, but it makes it a little more difficult. Antonio, I've been here since I was 4. Could I qualify for some type of a visa? Yeah, unfortunately not. So there's not anything in immigration that's based on just time in the U.S. alone. So we don't have the ability to, just apply for residency or something like that just because you've been here a while. That's what DACA was for. They were trying to fix that problem for a lot of people that were brought here as children. Obviously, that's under a federal injunction. They are not accepting new DACA applications at this time. Just renewals, all right? Yeah, marry a U.S. citizen. That's one way, right? How long does it take to process citizenship right now? So if you're filing an N-400, a good estimate's around 18 months. A lot longer than it used to, right? What is the difference between petitioning and sponsoring? Yeah, so your petitioner is somebody that's helping you get legal status in the country. So they have to have a familial relationship with you. So it's got to be like a spouse, a parent, a child over 21, a sibling, something like that. Now, they're also technically your sponsor, okay? But if the sponsor is a financial portion. So they have to make up to a certain amount to sponsor you to immigrate to the United States, even if you're already here. If they don't make up to that certain amount, you can use a co-sponsor who doesn't have to be a family member because it's different than a petitioner. So they don't have to have that familiar relationship. They do have to have status in the U.S., though, and be able to make up the difference. Okay. Yes, we're talking about America, for sure. This is U.S. immigration law. We got some good likes going. We can get this to 30K, I think. Got some good follows going on. Hey guys, how are you? A lot of people jumping in. A lot of new follows. Wait time for waivers. Yes, they are crazy. 24 to 36 months is the estimated wait time. Some of our clients had to wait a little bit longer than that even. And they call us all the time. They're like, hey, this is taking forever. And I sympathize with them. And I know there's nothing we could do, but they ultimately, as long as you got the hardships proven up, they'll get approved. It's just the wait time. Do we work with people in New Jersey? Yes, I have a bunch of clients in New Jersey, a bunch of clients in New York. I've been to New York a bunch of times, but we work with people all over the U.S. So if you are out there, anywhere in the U.S. or really anywhere in the world, and we're talking about U.S. immigration law, if you have a process or something you want to discuss, you're in immigration court, and you want to talk to us, give us a call, 833-733-7878. Set your consultation with us. It's free. You'll talk directly with me or one of the other senior attorneys here. We'll go through your case. We'll go through your in confidence. Obviously, it's going to be just, it's not going to be here on social media or anything like that. And we'll talk to you directly, and we'll go through your process. And if we can help you, we'll lay it out in front of you. If we can't help you, we'll also let you know that. We'll let you know the reasons why that we can't help you. Not everybody, unfortunately, can't help everybody because immigration laws are what they are. And so we just got to work within the system. Amy, you're in the Rio Grande Valley. That's awesome. We have a lot of clients down there. I haven't been down that way in a while. Just yes. Which takes longer, fixing your paper with domestic abuse or fixing your paper with your citizen child? So if you're eligible to, let's say, adjust your status through your U.S. citizen child, that's going to be your fastest process. They are considered in the immediate visa category, so you're not waiting on any priority dates, and you're just going to file that adjustment of status. So that would be your way to go if you qualify. Obviously, you're just giving me a snippet. Here's I haven't done this disclaimer enough today. Not legal advice, right? This is not legal advice I'm giving everybody. This is just you guys are throwing out questions here. I am responding to those questions in the best way I can, given the information here. Okay, it's hard to respond to complicated legal stuff with just little snippets of what your story is. But hopefully I'm giving you some guidance at least that you can then go seek out a consultation with an attorney. If you want to do a consultation with us, that would be great. But at least you'll have some knowledge and you'll be able to, ask the right questions, right? I only want to go to a Taylor Swift concert in Seattle. I hope so too, so you can get to that Taylor Swift. I know there's some issues with the Taylor Swift stuff with like a Ticketmaster and all. I say that all over the news. But good for you if you got the tickets. I know those are hot commodities. Consultations, they are free. Consulta gratis. You just give us a call, either in person or if you're not near one of our offices and you want to do it virtually or on the phone, just give us a call and they'll set that for you. Sloma and her team will answer. They're ready to answer the phone now. If you're not able to get through, it's just because people are calling. Just call again. All right. 833-733-7878. I feel like one of our radio guys because we're on Univision Radio and they have to say our phone number. God, they must have it committed to memory because I got to just rattle it off like this. But I'm starting to get there. Here we go. 833-733-7878. Yeah, Frankie's off today, Dania. I know I'm flying solo today. He's got quite a social media presence himself. He's got it. So he takes off sometimes to work on his social media. I'm just trying to get caught up to him on his social media. He kills me on this stuff. No, that's not my personal cell for sure. That's the number to give us a call if you want to set a consultation. All right. Best city in the world. There we go. You recognize it. There we go. Dallas. We're getting some sun peeking through. Life lesson, even when there's gray clouds, sun will peek through for you at some time. Absolutely. What was that country song that I like? If you're going through hell, just keep on going. You'll get out before the devil knows you're there. There you go. We're almost at 30,000 likes. We can get there with your help. We can get there. Thanks for the follows. Let's get the likes up. I think we're almost there. Good crew we got going today. I'll keep answering your questions as much as I can get to them. How long is USCIS taking to review expedited cases? I mean, the best way to find out processing times, again, just go to USCIS's website. They'll be able to do that. I mean, I can sit there and pair it off what I think just based on, my clients, which, I'm good, but it would just be based on the service center that we file from for the most part. How long an immigrant to petition husband in Philippines? So provided that the immigrant doesn't have any background issues and it's going to be a clean process, you're going to have to do that first family-based petition, then you're going to have to do consular processing. I would say around 3 years is probably a good estimate for you. Just having to do those two different processes and get a consulate appointment. Look at that, we're over 30,000. Yeah, I don't have Frankie to ping out the number and ping out the helpful comments, so it's just me up here flying solo today. But that's all. It's all good. How long should we wait for adjustment of status before hiring a lawyer? I'm not sure what the question is exactly. If you feel like you need a lawyer, whether it's immigration or anything related, obviously you'd want to go up to your first step is researching, finding a lawyer that you're comfortable with and doing consultations till you get the answers that you're seeking and make sure you're comfortable with whatever lawyer you're speaking with. In immigration, if you're deciding to go into start an adjustment of status, I would get a lawyer before you file anything because there's certain things that need to be filed in certain order. So you don't delay your process or anything like that. Hey, Thailand in the house. Nice. Lily, good to see you. We do offer payment plans. So I saw a question there, Irma. So yeah, we absolutely offer payment plans. So we're a large firm, so we do zero interest. We make these very manageable, so it's just a monthly payment. It's relatively modest because we know how it is. I mean, a lot of our clients, you have to understand. A lot of you guys might be out there and doing better and things like that, but a lot of our clients come here into Texas. We're a border state, so they'll come into the border almost with the clothes on their back, right? Just fleeing from these awful circumstances that we hear about. And we understand their financial background, but we don't want that to be a barrier for them in getting good, competent legal representation. We don't want them to just get out there and hire a guy on the side of the street who just says, I'm an immigration attorney, hire me. No. We want them to get great representation. And that's what we offer. I was a commercial litigation attorney for a long time. And so I did trial work at a different level than this, and I'm able to bring that here. And so not a lot of immigration attorneys have the background that not just me, but the other attorneys here too. We don't have even an attorney in this firm that's only done immigration. These are trial lawyers now doing immigration work. And that's why we're able to get the results that we are. And, why we are where we are. We're in these places because of the work that we do. I'm proud of it too. Veronica, I'm doing great. How about you? Hat and a mustache from Sun. Thank you. We do absolutely. We have clients in New York. So yeah, we have clients all over the United States. So if you guys are out there and you need our help, I would say, hey, Frankie, ping it out. But Frankie's not here today. My board op. He's not here today. I can tell you, just give us a call. Go to our TikTok bio. Follow us while you're there. Like this here. There we go. We're over 30,000, but we always like to see it go up. Follow us, but give us a call. 833-733-7878. See how long I've been on here. What time is it? 4:10? All right. I think we're doing okay. Annette Cruz, does the down payment vary on each case? I mean, it depends. So it varies depending on what deadlines there may be. If there's not a pressing deadline, then there is a minimal down payment that we take. If there's obviously a deadline, if you're coming to us today and we have to run over to court with you tomorrow, it might be a little bit different. All right. So it just depends. Hey, Washington, D.C. in the house. Awesome. Do you have any news on a 601? How can I speed up the waiver? So, I mean, unfortunately, there's not a way to speed it up. It does take quite a while. We're seeing like a 24 to 36 month processing time on those things. All right. How long can you wait to apply for a visa after a crime? So it depends. It depends on a lot of situations. So depending on who you're seeking that U visa certification from, they're going to have their own rules. So if you're talking about a crime and there was no arrest and the investigation's pending, some of these police departments will only certify that up to a year after the crime. Some of them go 2 years, not much longer than that, have I heard. If there's been an arrest and there's been a conviction, that's a different story. You can typically go much longer than that. In fact, I have some TikToks out there that you guys, if you haven't already combed through our TikToks, we have some pretty cool ones. I think some of them are pinned, but not all of them. That I was able to get the U visa certification on these going back to the 1990s, where the crime happens. But they're, horrific circumstances. We're talking like murder, things like that. We were able to do some amazing work pro bono for some families here locally. Bring them out of the shadows, get them some peace for the horrible things that happen to them or to their children, which is heartbreaking. I mean, I'm a father. It's just horrible to hear this stuff. All right. A lot of stuff out there. Here we go. How are you? Awesome. Good. Can you cancel your spouse's green card? I'm not sure what the question is. No, but just depending on where you are in your process, if your spouse has a conditional residency, so if he has a 2-year green card, he is going to need to remove those conditions. And if you are separated, he's going to have some issues at that point. But you can't, there's not really a way to cancel it once they have it. Can you file an AOS if the person's passport is expired? Yes, you can. You can do it with an expired passport. We've adjusted the status for people that have overstayed for 20 years in the United States. Eric, have they passed any new laws to help immigration? So no, they haven't. And immigration reform is something they've been talking about, and they talk about it every election cycle. I'm now under the opinion that they have no intention of ever doing that. I hope that they do, but I'm a realist. I don't put my faith in politicians. Just the way it is. Skeptical of government. Do I need to request the FOIA to apply for residency? No, for sure not. Definitely don't have to do that. The FOIA is just a tool to find out whatever records might be out there. So if there's some questions in your background, or you're trying to find a piece of the puzzle that you would need to apply for residency, then you might utilize the tool of a FOIA. But absolutely don't have to do that. If there's nothing you need to look for, no, for sure you don't have to do that. All right. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the likes. We're going, rocking along here. It's me again. Thank you for the gifts. Good crew today. How's everybody feeling out there? We good? Just taking a breath. Take a breather. Let me get water here. Yeah, got my water. I don't got my partner in crime over here. Frankie's not here today. Just me flying solo. Sorry, Dania. What was your question? Trying to answer it for you. Is it true they want to pass 245I again? Some people do. Now, whether that's going to happen or not, I can't tell you. All right. Catherine, I'm not sure what that is. To be more specified. What if the person is a victim of an armed threat? So, that could potentially qualify for a U visa. I think you were the one that was asking about the U visa earlier. That could be something that qualifies for a U visa. It depends on when it happened, obviously, and if it was reported to the police, and if you were helpful in the investigation. So it could happen. It could qualify. All right. Let's get the likes going. Let's see, we're over 30,000. We've kind of slowed down a little bit, but I think we can get that up there. You guys, there's a good crew out here today. Thank you. They're coming. There we go. I don't know who Mike Ross is. Sorry. For real, I don't know who he is. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for the roses. Awesome. Look at that. I'm not sure what those really do, but it's nice to see. I would ask Frankie, but he would tell me. Some kind of gift. Thank you. Can you be invited to the U.S. by an invitation letter? You would have to apply. If you're talking about coming here on some kind of a non-immigrant visa, that's not the way it works. You have to apply, and they'll just basically look into your background, not somebody inviting you here. All right. I'm whose twin? Whose twin am I? Can somebody tell me who Mike Ross is, please? I'm being serious. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. All right. Suits. Okay. That's a show. Yeah, I'm familiar. I don't know which character that is, though. It's about lawyers, of course, right? I'll look it up after I get off here. Trust me, I'm going to go check it out. If your green card holder is in the United States, how long can you stay out of the country? If you're a green card. Okay. So, obviously you don't want to relinquish your green card, okay? Because there are physical presence requirements that require you to be here. You don't want to stay outside the U.S. and break that physical presence that's in the U.S. So they're going to look for, you have to spend a certain amount of days in the U.S. over the 3 or 5 year period. I don't have those right off the top of my head, but it's easy to find online. How long does it take to process a fiance visa? They're taking a long time on those K1s. Okay, they're not as fast as they used to be. I'm talking like 2 years. So yeah, long time to get a fiance visa, that 90-day visa to come in, and that you have 10 days to get married. Then you can start your residency process and all those things. All right, thank you for the likes and follows. Appreciate it. Been on here a while. Starting to slow down. The likes are nice though. Keeps my energy levels going. The follows are always good too. Appreciate it. If you guys haven't had a chance, go look through some of our TikToks. We got some pretty interesting stories on some cases we've done. I've put a couple of even cases that I did pre-immigration that people find interesting. Thanks for the follows. I could answer your request if I saw it. Sorry. These things go by so fast, but do you have to leave if you have a deportation order but were brought here as a child? So that's kind of it's hard to answer your question. It's kind of a lot of parts to it there. If you have a deportation order, it's possible you can do something about that, just depending on how you got it, especially if you got it when you were a minor. So it's not necessarily the end. I would say seek out a consultation. Okay. If you guys need a consult from us, again, 833-733-7878. Right. Philippines. All right. Nice to see you. If my mom becomes a citizen, can she petition my sister here in the U.S.? Yeah, absolutely. So if you're a U.S. citizen, thank you, Dania. Appreciate it. If she's a U.S. citizen, she can petition for her children regardless of their marital status. Okay. If she's a resident, she can only petition for her children if the adult children are not married. All right, South Africa. Awesome. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. We had a lot of different countries on. They were kind of putting out where you guys are from. It's good to see. TikTok's a crazy app. You get things all over the world. A little bit different than Instagram or Facebook. Facebook being old school. We have quite a following on Facebook, though. We do some lives there every once in a while, although I don't do it as much over there. So kind of jump on TikTok a lot more. It seems easier. Kenya, awesome. Good to see you. Ghana, awesome. Good to see Africa in the house. How long does a FOIA request take? It depends on what agency you're sending that to. Obviously, that's a Freedom of Information Act request. Every agency has their own processing time for that. Netherlands, all right. It's Kenya, cool. Argentina, nice. Love Argentina. Been there a bunch of times. Jamaica. Oops. Trying to get this going. Likes are still coming. Philippines. Afghanistan, awesome. Chicago. Love Chicago too. A lot of you folks on here. There we go. Look at that. Hawaii. Nice. I was there last year. Love Hawaii. Beautiful place. Do we do U visa applications? Yeah, of course. Yeah, we do. We do. We have a lot of pending U visa applications. Obviously, they take some time. You have to first get your certification. And then you got to, within 6 months of that certification, you've got to submit the actual I-918, the U visa application itself. Haiti. All right. Bahamas. Cool. Got the Caribbean joining us. Nice. A lot of new folks on. Lorna from Jamaica. Cool. Good to see you guys. Breezy from Kenya. I can try to help. How about when you are a U.S. citizen already and petition a husband in the Philippines? How long? If provided your husband doesn't have any immigration issues in his background, I would say your whole processing time is kind of going to be around 3 years. Could take longer, could take less, but that's what I would estimate. Bahamas, nice. Tony from Bahamas. Coletta from Jamaica, awesome. Consultation. So yeah, if you guys need a consultation out there, first of all, they're free. We don't charge for a consultation, whether it's in person, come see us in person, or virtual consult. It'll be, I guess, kind of like this, only at a computer, not me looking at my phone, and we'll talk directly. We'll go over your case and figure out if there's something we can help you with. Okay. New York City, Monica, awesome. Good to see you. Guyana, MJ, awesome. Good to see you guys. Dun, 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 dun. Can you still use a lawyer after filing? I guess you could if there would be something for the lawyer to do. We'll have some people come seek out consultation after they've already filed something and there's really nothing for us to do. And we'll just kind of tell them that. We're like, hey, nothing we can help you with right now, but be watching for these things. And if anything happens like this, then obviously you can come see us. Like if there's something goes wrong or you get some kind of a notice you're not sure how to respond to, obviously come with us. Park. Thank you. Appreciate it. I usually wear like solid colored ties. This got a little stripe going on it. I'm getting crazy with it. Crazy with the tie today. We're almost at 35,000 likes. I think we can get it there. Easy times. FOIA. So I've asked this question. I've got to ask this question multiple times. How long does a FOIA take? It depends on what agency you're submitting your FOIA to. Every agency's got their own processing time. Some are going to be faster than others. If you're submitting let's just say a basic background check to the FBI through your fingerprints, you can get that back in 24 hours, even less. I got them back in 30 minutes. We do them right here in our offices. We have an electronic biometrics machine in all of our offices that we do for our clients, and we get them back right away. But if you're talking something like you're looking for old records that you maybe filed an immigration application years ago with USCIS, that's going to take some time. I mean, you're talking like 6+ months to get those back. So it just depends on where you submitted your FOIA to. Not all FOIAs are the same. I'm an Italian citizen. I have applied for asylum in California. And how many days come when I apply? So yeah, if you're applying for asylum, okay, generally you're going to want to apply for asylum within 1 year of entering the United States or 1 year from the last threat that you faced. So the last event that happened that caused you to seek asylum in the persecuted ground. All right. Consulate wait times are different depending on what country you're talking about. Okay. Look, we're over 35,000 likes. That's good. I think that might be the highest we've been in a long time. I think yesterday we were like 28 or something. I think. Could be getting that wrong though. Not sure. How long does a 601A take? 24 to 36 months is a good estimated wait time. I've seen them come around 2 years. I've seen them take 3.5 years. And there's no really reason for it. Do I need to pay for the N-400 form fee at the moment of filing? Yeah, so your filing fees would be due at the time you are actually filing whatever application it is. So if it's the N-400 for naturalization, the I-130, whatever it may be, the 601A, your filing fees are due at the time you are filing it. You would need to put that money order or cashier's check right on top when you're sending your package in. Okay. Is NOLO a good series of books for legal knowledge for the layman? I'm familiar with what you're talking about, but I'm not that familiar with what NOLO's background is. I mean, anything on the internet can be a good tool. You obviously want to double check those things because they are just written by people. It's not code, but it might be a good starting place for you and stuff for you to go research. Okay. How can you set an appointment with me? Yeah, so easy. Just give us a call. 833-733-7878, 833-733-7878. You can set a phone virtual consultation, or you can set a consultation in person. If you're near one of our offices, come see us. Our consultations are free, and we'll be happy to talk to you. We'll go over your case in its entirety. I do not speak French. All right, don't speak French. "60 days waiting, no receipts yet, got green card. Is that normal?" No, that's not really normal. You speak French, Dania? That's awesome. Thank you, Carol. Look, this was kind of a secondary. I got this kind of as a gift from one of my children, but I usually wear solid color ties, but I guess they're kind of boring. Is there a time frame to apply for citizenship for a resident? Yeah, so if you're a permanent resident and you want to apply for naturalization or citizenship in the United States, okay? So you essentially have, if you got your green card through a marriage and your marriage is still intact, you can file after 3 years of being a resident and you're still married. If that's not the case, so if you got your green card through your marriage and your marriage is dissolved, you got it through your child, you got it through your parents, some other means, then it's 5 years. So generally it's 5 years unless it's through a marriage and you're still married, 3 years. Dania, my daughter did not take that well. She started crying. When I had to tell her her game was canceled. That was her last game. Pobrecita. Felt bad for her. She's a sweetheart, though. She bounced back. She's 6 years old, right? All right. Can a U.S. citizen apply for their spouse even if they are on probation? Do you mean the U.S. citizens on probation? So the answer would be yes. You could still apply for your spouse. They're mostly concerned with the criminal background of the immigrant, not the citizen, because a citizen, you're already a citizen. Can my husband, who was deported more than 10 years ago, obtain residency by me? So there's a couple of different things. So one, I'm assuming you're a U.S. citizen or a resident. If you are, maybe. So it depends on what happened after he was deported. Was he actually physically deported or did he get an order of deportation? And if he was physically deported, did he stay outside the country? What happened afterwards? So it's going to depend on those factors on his immigration history. So the answer is maybe. Okay. Mad Mags, why is my green card taking forever? Submitted in December. That's not taking forever. Trust me, that's not taking forever. People are waiting for their green cards for years even. If you did it through an adjustment of status, it's going to take at least 12 months. If you did it through anything else, it's going to take longer than that. Okay? Do we handle other things in immigration? So I wasn't an immigration attorney always. If you guys know my background, I was a trial attorney. But we've now that we started this firm and now we have this big team, we're mostly just doing immigration at this point. We were doing some family cases, but now we're so full with the with immigration, people facing deportation, people facing things like that we're mostly focused on immigration at this point. He was physically deported and he stayed out of the U.S. So then he's good to go. Okay, so he's already served out his penalty. He's just going to have to show that he was there for the 10 years. So they're going to ask for proof of that, his name and maybe a bill with his name on it with an address in this country, a lease, an apartment, something with his name proving the time spent outside the country. And if so, yeah, you're good to go. Go ahead and get started. It's going to take some time. I mean, the consulate's, a little behind on petitions and all that. Hey, congratulations for you guys for sticking it out, though. Okay, awesome. Glad you made the appointment there. Thank you. My old case was dismissed, but FBI record still shows it. Does it affect immigration? How to overcome? You'd want to get certified court records showing that it was dismissed. So that is going to be a question because immigration is going to use FBI background. So if there's a discrepancy, you're going to want to show what the actual truth is because the FBI records are not 100%. So if there is some discrepancy on it, you're going to want to show those certified court records. All right. I'll get a few more on here. We're over 40,000 likes. I've been on here for some time. I'll answer a few more of these questions, but starting to get talked out. It's weird talking to I feel like I'm kind of talking to myself. I feel like I'm sort of talking to myself on these things. There's quite a few of you asking questions. I'm getting to as many of them as I can. Case approved by MVC in October. Mexican consulate interview waiting. Hey, congratulations. That's good. You're going to wait for some time. I mean, the consulate in Juarez, they are a little backed up. Just so you know, even our clients are waiting for quite some time. I don't want to, throw out any estimated wait times, but it does take some time. How long is a VCU taking? So U visas are, they're taking 5 to 7 years. They only grant 10,000 in the U.S. per year. And then once you get in line, you're behind all the other ones that were filed before. We're seeing that process be about 5 to 7 years. All right. Can I submit a FOIA for citizenship records of a parent that passed away? Yes, for sure. You can. That's what the Freedom of Information Act is for. You can. Okay. If it's for that, you might want to submit that to USCIS. You can find out how to do that very easily online. FOIA requests are easy to submit. You do not need a lawyer for it. All right. So our firm, I'll reset one more time. So our firm is located in Texas. We have offices throughout the state of Texas. I am currently in our downtown Dallas office. If you guys are familiar with Dallas, there it is. View from my office. There's Reunion Tower, the ball of Dallas right there. I think they have a restaurant there. I haven't been there in a long time. Right here is that big green building that lights up at night. If you guys are familiar at all with Dallas, you can kind of see the Pegasus over here. There it is. Pegasus. I think that, yeah. Pegasus right there. I think you can kind of see it. That's sort of the icon of Dallas. But we have similar offices situated in downtown Houston. Just picture the Houston background behind me, and there you go. But we take cases all over the United States. So if you guys need a consultation, give us a call. 833-733-7878, 833-733-7878. Give us a call. Be happy to help. How do you submit the CBP FOIAs? Yeah, so Customs and Border Patrol. It's easy to submit FOIAs, guys. Very easy to do. You don't need a lawyer for it. I mean, some people go hire a lawyer to submit a FOIA request. You don't need that. All right. Just look them up. A lot of them, including a CBP, can be done online even. They do take some time to get those records back, though. All right. So just so you're aware. I mean, have we helped clients submit FOIAs in the past? Yes. Do we help them now? Yes. But it's not something you need to hire a lawyer just to do a FOIA request. You can, whatever agency you need to submit for, just look that agency up and you can usually just follow the breadcrumbs and get to the point where you can find how to do it. Ara, do we have an office in El Paso? We do not. I have a lot of clients in El Paso. Obviously, Juarez is right across the border. Then a lot of our clients go for consular processing. If you need a phone consult and you need us to help you with a residency process that it sounds like you have, we can certainly do that. Just give us a call. We'll be happy to help you. We have a lot of workers that came from El Paso. I know they have a background from El Paso that work with us now, but we don't have an office there. There's the number. Dania, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Do we handle I-212s? Yes, we do. For sure. Is this really the Dutch flag? I saw someone say that. Is that the Dutch flag? Cool. Hey, Danny, I would answer your question. I'm not sure what your question is. Danny, why don't you email us at info@attlaw.com or just direct message us on Instagram. I'll text Frankie to be looking out for it. Okay. You posted it. Okay. Just post it one more time and I'll try to answer it for you. Okay. Can I file for the naturalization outside the U.S.? I mean, technically you can. Oh, you messaged on Instagram. Okay, perfect. Message it. Yeah. So I'm going to go look at that. Okay. We'll go look for that right away. I'll try to answer your question if I can. All right. Philippines is there. Can you file for naturalization outside the U.S.? Yes, but there is a physical presence requirement to being a naturalized U.S. citizen. So if you're a permanent resident, you have to have that physical presence requirement as well. Is a resident allowed to give residency to someone through a marriage? Yes, they are, but they are not going to be eligible for an adjustment of status. They would have to do consular processing. All right. All right. It's Ivory Coast in the house. I promise I should have just been I should have like a map of the world, just throwing darts at where everybody's from. It's pretty amazing to see. It's good to see you guys, though. Good to see you guys jumping on here. Jackie, we're not currently hiring anywhere. We got a pretty good solid team, but we're always looking for talented people. That if you'd like to, if you want to join our team and things like that, please feel free to submit your resume for consideration. info@attlaw.com. That's a really good place. It's checked by a team. They'll get the resume and they're certainly going to look for openings. No worries. Would adopting my little sister help her immigration process? I mean, maybe. That's kind of complicated. It depends on how old she is. Are you a U.S. citizen? If you're able to legally, you do type fast enough, Frankie. Dania. Frankie, you don't type fast enough. No worries. But yeah, that's a complicated one. Yeah, Dania, maybe you're onto something there. I do need some help with the social media stuff. Frankie helps me with it, but Frankie's got his own social media thing going on, and let me tell you, he's bigger than me. Believe it or not. I'm not going to give his handle out here because he doesn't put mine on his, but maybe we'll do some kind of cross thing at some point. Edmonton, awesome. Canada in the house. How long does it take for a parole in place? Yeah, obviously it's a discretionary process. I would say 8 to 12 months, you'd probably get an answer. I'm seeing a lot more of those not be approved for various reasons. I don't know why they're cracking down on them. I feel like the sun is coming out. It's good to see. Sun's coming out. It's getting brighter out here. It's been gray and cloudy. Yesterday was pretty rough. She's 16. So yeah, no, at this point, she's probably a little too old for you to help her in her immigration process, even if you were to start the adoption process now. Can the I-130 be submitted if you have a deportation order, but then re-entered the U.S. legally? Complicated question. So yes, I-130 can be submitted and can even be approved, but can you be a resident after that? That's probably going to be problematic. So there's two different questions. You definitely don't want to have a consultation with either us or another experienced immigration attorney. Have your timeline ready and as to what exact has gone on in your life and in your background. Okay. Well, we've come this far. I think we can make it to 50,000 likes. The sun is out. The sun is shining again. Even when there's dark clouds, the sun will come out. Whatever you guys are going through, that's absolutely true. We've all had dark clouds in our life at some point. The metaphor is true. The sun will shine again. All right. I know we go through some hard times, but sun will eventually come out. Just keep working and focus on yourself when those things are happening. And then God lets us know he's there. How long is an I-601A? I'm assuming you're saying taking 601A, 24 to 36 months, a good estimate. All right. We're almost at 50,000. We can get there. And if you guys have not followed me, why not? Why haven't you followed us? Follow us. Sorry to hear you say that, Andrew. It's not true. Hey guys. Sorry, Sammy. If I didn't see your question, just ping it again. I'm not skipping people's question on purpose. Things are just flying by so fast. Do we have an office in Houston? Yes, for sure. We have an office in downtown Houston. I mean, obviously we're in downtown Dallas right now, but we have one in downtown Houston as well. Hey, Elia, how are you? Or Elias? Good to see you. How long does it take for a removal of conditions? Yeah, so obviously they used to be pretty quick because you're removing the conditions from your conditional residency. You can see them take 12 months on those things now, but the fact that you filed it acts as an automatic extension. So even if your 2-year green card expires while you're waiting, you're good. Saludos from Colombia. That's awesome. Good to see Colombia joining us. Hey, happy birthday. Kenny West, happy birthday. It's awesome. We're almost there. We're almost there. Yeah, Danny is awesome. Jamaica in the house. New Zealand. Nice. That's a new one. Cool. I have not been there. That has been somewhere I've been wanting to visit for a long time. Australia, New Zealand. I've never made it down under. Um, Something about a 24-hour flight that's keeping me from doing it. Just by the time I get there, I feel like I'd be so beaten down. But definitely somewhere I want to go at some point. Netherlands. Good to see you. It's nice to see. Ecuador. All right. Gabriel. Yeah, so if you guys, so obviously, if you guys want to send us direct messages, you can't do that through TikTok, right? You can do it through Instagram. If you find us on Instagram and you want to follow us and send us one, I check it occasionally, but I will tell you, I have help. I have a team, and I have Frankie, who's not here today, but he does help me check those things, and we try to look through and answer the questions that we can. Right. And if we didn't get to you, we're not skipping it. It's just sometimes we get a flood of them all at the same time. And some of them, I think they just get missed. So just feel free to ask it again. I promise you, we're not doing it on purpose. So can you apply for DACA? No, they're not taking new DACA applications. It's still under a federal injunction. They're just doing renewals of current DACA applications. Okay. Tony Olivas, you send it through Instagram. Great. So I'll look for that. I'll look for the direct message through Instagram. If you guys need to direct message us, obviously follow us on Instagram, send the direct message. But if you want to have a consultation, you can have one in person or phone or video. We do them. They're all free. Consulta gratis. Just call us 833-733-7878. 833-733-7878. Need a bouncing ball on top of those numbers. Give us a call, and we'll be happy to talk to you. All right. Boom. Over 50,000. I'm getting super talked out. I haven't really watched too many other TikTok lives. How long do people do a TikTok live for? I feel like I've gone like way longer than most people, but I feel like there's going to be some like marathon people out there. So I'll repeat the number, but you can go to our 5 hours. Who does a 5-hour TikTok live? My God, that's wild. I'll repeat the number. Okay, I'll say it, but you can go to our bio, and in the TikTok bio, it's right there. Or go to our website. It's attlaw.com. Dania just pinged it out. That's the right number. 833-733-7878. Thank you, Dania. If you submit the I-130 without the I-130A, yeah, if you're required to submit that, you should get that one submitted ASAP. Consultation is free, for sure. That is what I said. Consultation's free. No, you wouldn't have to fly to Texas for the process. So if you wanted to hire us, it's easy because how do you pin the comment though, Dania? But no, you don't have to fly for a process. So if we work with people all over the US, I mean, it's a federal law, so you can file from wherever. We work with people. We have a secure client portal where we can exchange messages. If you're a message person, if you're someone that's more inclined to do phone calls and snail mail, we also work with people like that. But you don't have to fly here. I mean, it's very easy to work with us remotely, and so we're able to help. All right. This country is America. So I'm in Dallas, Texas right now. All right. Nigeria, awesome. Got people from all over the world joining us. I've had Iceland, New Zealand, and everything in between. Can I fix my husband's paper? He came with a visa. Yeah, for sure. For sure you can. If he came with a visa and you're a U.S. citizen, he'd be eligible for what they call an adjustment of status. He would not even have to do a consular appointment. Haiti, awesome. Jamaica. Good to see you guys. All right. Well, Guys, I think I got to sign off. I've been talking quite a bit. I can't do 5 hours like someone said. Some people do lives for 5 hours. That seems crazy to me. I can't. I've already been on here probably longer than I ever have been before. Good crowd today. If you have not followed us, please do so. If you haven't followed us on Instagram, do that too. You can direct message us right there through Instagram. If you need a consultation, reach out. That's what we're here to do. We're here to help. We do free consultations. 833-733-7878. There it is again. Dania, thank you. Obviously, direct message. I don't think you can direct message here on TikTok, but you can on Instagram. And if you can direct message on TikTok, I apologize. I don't know how that works. But Instagram, you could do it for sure. Just call us if you need the Instagram. There is a link to it in our TikTok bio. It's the same handle here, Attorney Andrew Thomas. You'll find us. You'll see me. Just me. But you'll see us there. Feel free to follow us. There is no WhatsApp. Please do not respond to any WhatsApps in the comments. I do have some occasional imposters that get on here and act as if it's me, and they're trying to get people to text them through WhatsApp. We do not use WhatsApp. We will never use WhatsApp. Do not talk to or pay anybody through a WhatsApp. I hate I have to even say that, but we've had a couple of people pose as me and create fake accounts. I guess they're just lifting off my photos, profile photo, or whatever the case may be. But anyways, hope everybody's blessed out there. Thanks so much for joining me today. It's been great. Good to see you guys. Uganda right there. Got people from all over the world. Thanks so much, guys. I appreciate it. God bless you. Give us a call if you need help, okay? Thanks.